Institution. Here comes the to the posterior shoulder. Okay.
Okay.
Everything just shut down. The patient was nonverbal, would not communicate with anybody, would not answer any of the questions we were asking. Yesterday after my test, I'm gonna go get my lash filled, I'm gonna go get my nails fixed, and I'm going to go get a facial.
Look at her. Look at her mama, man. Look at her. That ain't my girl. That's my nigga. Catch me out on Ocean Drive with her. Catch me in the ride with her. Sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby, whichever is faster.
Good morning, guys. Today is Tuesday. This is my first clinical of the semester. I was placed on the ICU floor, and yeah, right now I just got the documents and synopsis for my patient. So yeah, got the synopsis for my patient, and right now I'm just getting all the document background information. My clinical teacher will be up here in a minute to ask me a few questions about the medication, to watch me administer medication, and to get report on my patient. So that's what I'm trying to get together right now, so I can be ready.
Now releasing your spiritual. I be your muse, bring your easel and pencils. Here you go, you try and tease with them pictures. You could ride on me just like you ride the elliptical. She said I'm trying to keep it tight for my nigga. Girl, I like your last nigga, all I need is mental. You know I'll work you out, get you right with your physical. Always just another interlude. Answering all my questions, girl, you know I don't do interviews. It's pitiful that when I'm with the mother, I pretend it's you. Oh, you work at Coles, you in dental school. Wife and I, you grow close, cooking dinner too. Young chiller, girl, I'm on this thing, Griffy too. It's only right that I swing by and get it too. First base, second base, third base. I'm trying to get you in your birthday. I know these other niggas Thursday.
Hey guys, I'm Auhneja. Welcome to my channel. So today is Wednesday. Yesterday I had my first clinical day. Went by pretty good. First preceptor that I got, she was amazing. Along with the patient it was a very eventful day. Originally I was put on the ER floor, but I am not too fond of the ER floor. I like ICU. And so I was assigned to the ER floor, and my friend was assigned to the ICU floor. And so we were just like, you know what, we're gonna switch. And our clinical teacher let us, which I'm thankful about. So once I got on the ICU floor, I was assigned to my patient, I was assigned to my nurse. Overview of my patient, they had a surgery yesterday, and it was a pretty invasive, it was a very invasive surgery, but they recommend that after surgery and as soon as possible, you get up and you start ambulating. And so that's what we plan to do. And so when it got to that point that our patient was supposed to get up and move from the bed to the chair, and we were assisting them doing that. And guys, when I say that my patient was completely like alert and oriented, they were talking to me, they were having full conversations, talking to their partner, and they even remembered my name after of not been in the room for 30 minutes. And I was like, oh wow, you remember my name. But once we got them up and moved to the chair, it was like completely everything just shut down. Everything just shut down. The patient was nonverbal, would not communicate with anybody, would not answer any of the questions we were asked. Are you? What's your name? Do you know where you are? Do you know what the date is? So yeah, that was very different for me and very interesting. One of the things I can say about clinical is this semester, instead of just having one site, we have 3 different sites to go to this semester. We have our ICU and ER, like the regular hospital ICU, ER, med-surg, which is what I went to yesterday. Then we have our OB and labor and delivery rotation, and then we have our what's it called? Oh, our mental health rotation. And so we're going to be doing different types of documentation, different types of care plans. And so I really want to get better at my documentation and care plan skills, just because that is going to be a big part of my clinical grades. And I really want to get skillful on documenting and everything. So that's one of the things I'll be working on. I'm not going to lie, I might not get to it, during this week, because all I am focused on is studying for our upcoming exam, which is next week, an exact week away. But yeah, I just keep telling myself, Naja, if you study, if you know the information, if you know all of the information that my professors have lectured to me, why? There's no need to worry. You need to know the information, do your practice questions. Oh, and tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a big whiteboard so that I can rewrite all my notes on the whiteboard and I love rewrite. I rewrite my notes so much. I read my notes out loud. I do practice questions over my notes, and that repetition really does help me and really helps me acquire the information. That has always been like one of my favorite ways to like learn and study. And I already have a whiteboard, but I used it for like more of calendar purposes and to put all my to-dos on there. Like I put my work schedule on there. I put the assignments that are due, the upcoming exams, all that type of stuff. And so I'm gonna get another one so that I can study on. But yeah, I think that's all I want to say right now. Clinical went great yesterday, and class this morning was good. Surprisingly, I did not know that we had another 4 chapters added to this unit. I came into lecture this morning, and then my teacher was like, okay, we're going over the last 4 chapters for this unit. I was like, last 4 chapters? I thought the 8 that we did over our OB lecture, I thought that was it. No, we have 12. We have 12 chapters for OB in this unit. 12 for OB and then a few for mental health. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was so surprising. But 1, I have an amazing professor. And 2, those last 4 chapters, for me, they're almost like common sense. It's like the postpartum of OB. So the way my professor organized our labor and delivery unit notes is it was antepartum, intrapartum, and then postpartum, showing us the entire process of labor and delivery. So that was pretty cool. It's very organized, and I think once I start going through it and once I start really, studying the information, it'll all flow. But yeah, guys, that's all I want to say right now. I'm about to get to work, get to studying, and I think it's like 7 something right now, and I probably honestly will be studying pretty late, about 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I'm going to study until I'm done, until I feel like I've gotten enough studying in for today. And honestly, tomorrow, I don't have class, I don't have work, and so that whole day will be used for studying as well. Signing up for a room?
No, it's just providing
Work it? You're saying like
Look at her. Look at her mama, man. Look at her. That ain't my girl. That's my nigga. Catch me out on Ocean Drive with her. Hey, catch me in the whip, ride with her. Hey, sipping something, bumping big, hypnotized with her. Pray you get that job in Tampa. That's only 4 hours away. Take a car, take a plane, baby, whichever is faster. Oh, whichever one is in a hassle. Oh, damn, yeah, man. Oh, never knew, no, I never knew that you be a freak and a friend too. Yeah, you into everything I'm into. Oh, I got something that I could lend you. Oh, A piece of mind, baby. Come and get a piece of mind. Say you gotta work from 3 to 9. Oh, I get you home by a decent time. Wait, your bed, you can sleep in mine. Yeah, let's make it happen, girl. I need some time. Speaking of time, who stopped it? It's the feeling that I keep when we lie lips. I got the weed and the crib and the liquor too. I fuck your soul, I release in your spiritual. I be your muse, bring your easel and pencils. Here you go, you try and tease with them pictures. You could ride on me just like you ride the elliptical. She said I'm trying to keep it
Eight, right? Because if you feel
this nigga, all I need is mental. You know I'll work you out, get you right with your physical. Always just another interlude. Asking all the questions, girl, you know I don't do interviews. It's pitiful that when I'm with them other bitches, I pretend it's you. Oh, you work at Kohl's, you in dental school. Wife and now you folding clothes, cooking dinner too. Young chiller, girl, I'm known as Pink Griffey too. It's only right that I clean back. First base, second base, third base. I'm trying to get you in your birthday. Oh, I know these other niggas thirsty, but please never entertain them, cause that would hurt me, you feel me? Yeah. I know you feel me.
Hey guys, I'm Auhneja. Welcome to my channel. So I haven't talked to y'all in a minute, but just to give you guys a little update, yesterday I took my first exam of the semester, and I won't say that I'm content with my grade, but I'm definitely okay with my grade. Like, I'm not sad about it. I'm not, I'm okay with my grade, just because, one, I didn't do bad on it. Did I do as good as I wanted to? No. And one thing that I've learned in nursing school is just going through the semesters, because each semester is different. One thing I've learned is resilience. And I've learned that when you allow yourself to go through a learning period, when you're okay with not doing as well as you wanted to, and then immediately you're like, okay, what do I need to learn so that I can do better and so that I can progress for the future? When you have that type of resilience, it really does help you be overall successful. And I really feel like that's definitely one character trait I've learned. To be like, okay, what can I learn from this? I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, I took my Unit 1 exam yesterday. Today we didn't have any class, we didn't have any clinical, and I'm basically just using today as a day for myself. Yesterday after my test, I'm gonna go get my lash filled, I'm gonna go get my nails fixed, and I'm going to go get a facial. I've really been I'm getting a derm abrasion facial. About 2 years ago, I got a microneedling facial, and that helped my skin so much. But guys, microneedling facials are so expensive, and so what I realized is that a dermabrasion facial is like it's like a little bit less invasive than the microneedling facial. And so I'm like, okay, I can do that more consistently than I can do microneedling. And so I'm just gonna do, my dermabrasion facials right now, and I know that it helps my skin a lot. It's gonna make me feel a lot better about my dark marks. It's gonna make, my dark marks be able to fade easier. And so I'm excited for my facial. And I'm also excited for tomorrow's clinical, because we had our first clinical last week. I showed you guys a little bit of that. But tomorrow's clinical is gonna be at the OB hospital, which is the labor and delivery unit. And so I do want to see a birth tomorrow, but I also want to get done one of my care plans. And I just think it'll be smarter to do a postpartum care plan first before I do my intrapartum, which is the birth care plan. Because when you do your postpartum care plan, you can kind of see where the mom and the baby is at and already have an idea of what the intrapartum care plan is going to be like. Just wanted to give y'all a little update on everything, and I will talk to you guys later.